and we got great news to share about favorite president, our greatest president, Donald Trump, the 45th and 47th president of the United States. And this is exciting because, you know, President Trump has this mainstream fake news operation 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 10 years, slandering him, saying terrible things about him. You know, everything he does, they say it's wrong and all this. Rasmussen, for the first time in the history of the Rasmussen poll, for the very first time, the majority of the country, more than half of the country, say the country is headed in the right direction. Now think about that. They've been polling for 22 years, almost quarter of a century. And for the very first time, their poll says the majority of Americans, more than 50%, believe that the country is headed in the right direction. So what does that mean? That means Trump. It's heading in the direction that Trump is taking it. That means that everything Trump is doing, the trade war tariff wars with the import-export taxes, the big, beautiful bill, the way he's handling Russia and Ukraine, the way he's handling NATO, the way he's handling Canada, the talk of purchasing Greenland, all of these things, the majority of the country agree with it. A majority of the country say, this is what we want, MAGA. This is absolutely amazing. It is history in the making. And, you know, for all of you trolls out there, this is another example of the never Trumpers, you trolls, you Democrats, the fake news media, whatever you are, the Bush Republicans, you're in a cult. You are in a cult, and it's a cult of never Trumperism where you're all suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. In fact, you know, a lot of Trump derangement syndrome has occurred because, what? Because, people thought all these things about Trump that weren't true. Now they know, boom, he's cured the Trump derangement syndrome. This is really amazing. And it's amazing for many reasons. One of the reasons is that it shows that the majority of the American people are MAGA, right? A majority of the American people are MAGA, according to Rasmussen. And that doesn't mean that people have run out and switched party affiliation. I mean, who does that? Not many people do that. You know, to go out and switch your party registration takes a lot of effort. People don't have time for that. Not many people do it. You know, you have to go someplace and do it. Who even knows where the office is to do that? But it doesn't mean they don't vote Republican, of course. And, you know, it's really exciting. When you have Rasmussen for the first time in their polling history, more than half the country think the country is headed in the right direction. What does that mean for the midterm elections, right? You know, historically, the party in power loses control or loses seats in both houses of Congress during the midterms. But that may not be the case. You know, this is a very unique presidency because we're in not just President Trump's second term, it's a non-consecutive term. And for a president to come back after a 4-year hiatus, only happened once before, especially this president that's had the media trashing him, this is a wonderful and beautiful thing. And I feel very, very good about it. And, you know, it not that we did, but this Rasmussen poll is really just lets us know that we're doing the right thing. You know, I know we already knew, but it's a confirmation that the majority of the American people agree with Trump. They agree with me. They agree with you. They agree with MAGA. And it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. It's 92 degrees right now in sunny South Florida. I got my air conditioning at home fixed, so I'm very happy about that. And I tell you, we've got very, very smart people that watch this live stream, because people in the last chat were telling me, and I got a couple people left messages on the YouTube comments that they said the breaker inside my unit was blown. Almost a brand new unit, just got it in October, but it was the breaker inside the unit was blown. So all of you who let me know that, you are smart people when it comes to air conditioning repair. Oh yeah, so if you're not supporting Trump, you are in a cult. And that's according to Rasmussen. The deportations, everything. People, the majority of the country agree with us and agree with Trump. I'm glad the AC's fixed too. Oh my goodness, it was going to be a long night without the AC. This has been, I tell you, the first, how many days are we now in? How far are we into this second term? You know, this is probably more than any other president has gotten done since Roosevelt and the New Deal. Because the New Deal, most of the New Deal was done in the first 100 days of FDR's first term. So this is absolutely amazing, as much as he's gotten done. But, you know, it's not just that the majority of the American people say the country's going in the right direction with Trump. What's amazing to me about that is that they're saying that even after 10 years of fake mainstream media lying about him every second of every day. It's nonstop. And even with all of that, he is still growing in popularity, which is amazing. You know, by the way, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. My name is Brian Craig. This is where MAGA comes to talk. If you subscribe, you'll get all my content, and you'll love this channel, I promise you. If you're MAGA, you'll really love it. If you're in the Never Trumper cult, maybe we'll wake you up and detox you and deprogram you from your Never Trumperism. You wouldn't be the first Never Trumper to be deprogrammed. We'll magatize you. But I mean, think about it. When they've had a 10-year campaign trashing Trump every step of the way. I mean, look at all, just the crap on the Qatar gift to America of the airplane, right? And for the majority of the country, for the first time in Rasmussen's polling history, to say that the country's headed in the right direction, that is just fantastic. Maybe even a miracle. You know, I was talking on the earlier stream about how the Democrat Party's done. This is proof of it. This is most definitely proof of that. Man. It feels good, doesn't it? It does. It does. If you missed my stream before this one, when this is done, go back and watch it, because I had some big stuff involving Dan Bongino, which was absolutely amazing. Dan Bongino is actually, he's felt the pressure, and he's out there doing some work. Oh yeah, no, we're very, very lucky. You know, this war with Russia and Ukraine heating up, it would have heated up even if Trump wasn't president, right? It probably already would have, right? Just a matter of time. But we've got Trump in the White House now. And Trump can put a lot of pressure. You know, like, I give you an example. Like, I was talking to Steve today, and President Trump's talking about, you know, like the most heavy sanctions you ever heard of on Russia. And what President Trump means by that is, you know, because when you hear sanctions, you know, sanctions. Like, we've had sanctions on Cuba for over 60 years. And why haven't they worked? It's because the rest of the world does business with Cuba. Only the United States has an embargo on Cuba. There might be one country here or there, but the United States is the only country that has an embargo on Cuba. The rest of the world do business with Cuba. So in many ways, it's an embargo in name only. Obviously, they would do better if America did business with them. But the embargo didn't work on Cuba, and still doesn't work, because the rest of the world does business with Cuba. What Trump will do if he puts hardcore sanctions on Russia, he'll get the rest of the world to agree to it. And that's what, nobody will buy their oil. Nobody will buy anything. Nobody will buy their caviar, vodka, nothing. And they'll be broke. And if a country does buy their oil, Trump will punish them too. So the kind of sanctions President Trump's talking about doing with Russia are not the failed way that they've been done with Cuba. Much different. Oh yeah, this is exciting. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. I'm incredibly excited, to tell you the truth. I mean, this is just, that Rasmussen poll just made my day. I got the Rasmussen poll and my air conditioning at home working, so between the two of them, how could I not feel good? Exactly. Let me go through the chat a little bit. I'm in line at Walgreens. It's terrible in Cuba, but they're able to survive because the rest of the world do business with them. Again, if you're new to my channel, make sure that you subscribe. Why would Trump be in prison? Why would he be in prison? I mean, you know, he's done no wrong. I don't know why he would be in prison at all. I going to the pharmacy at Walgreens. Although I won't hate it so much when Dr. Oz gets the executive order of the president on prescription drugs put into effect. Bruce Springsteen, am I the only, yes or no? I don't think Bruce Springsteen can sing. I think Bruce Springsteen sucks. I think he's always sucked. I never liked him even before he started trashing Trump. Do you agree with me that Bruce Springsteen sucks and can't sing? Yeah, I think he sucks. I've always thought that about Bruce. I understood Bruce Springsteen. It's basically a one-hit wonder if you think about it, with Born in the USA. Listening to Bruce Springsteen. And, you know, his fan base are MAGA. So he's just alienated his fan base. Yeah, he does suck. Always has. Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam's just trying to get hired by Bruce Springsteen to open for him. That's all that's about. But you know, this Rasmussen poll that just has me so excited, and if you're just joining the chat, Rasmussen, for the first time in their polling history, the majority of Americans believe the country's headed in the right direction. So, first time in history. So that means what? That the majority of the American people agree with Trump? The deportations, the tariffs, the import taxes, everything. That means the majority of the people agree with Trump. That means the majority of the American people are us, MAGA. We are the majority. Yes, Orange Man Rad, yes. Exactly. It does not get better than this. I want this Trump presidency to go by so slow. I really do. Exactly. Now, don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. Of course, Christianity. That's the true religion, which is Judaism. So, you know. Trump could run for a third term. Absolutely, he could. That is correct. He could run a third term. I'm happy to have Trump for a third, fourth, fifth, sixth term. As many terms as President Trump wants, I'm okay with. Aren't you? And I got to do a test here. Hold on. I was testing the mute button. I wasn't sure that the mute button worked. It works. Well, that's a good thing. Oh yeah, this is great. And I mean, and another thing too, I was talking earlier about the big. A lot of MAGA people are freaking out over the big beautiful bill, right? All these senators are saying this, they're saying that, they're going to stop it, they're not going to vote on it, they're going to vote against it. Does Trump look worried about the big beautiful bill? Does President Trump to you look like he's got a worry in the world about passing the big beautiful bill? If Trump's not worried, you shouldn't be worried, right? Exactly. When Trump's worried, you'll know it. Welcome from India. He doesn't look worried to me. So, and think about it. I mean, well, Harvard is going to be cut off. I mean, that's just a big scam. I mean, over 30% of their students are from foreign countries. The leader of China's daughter goes to college there. Why are we educating all these leaders and future leaders of our enemies? Why are we doing that? And, China's filling up Harvard with spies. They send them to college over here, and then they get hired by American companies, and they're spies. Why are we letting all these people into Harvard and our other universities? Exactly. It's ridiculous. Those spots, Harvard's an elite university. Those spots should be for Americans. Exactly. No, he's doing the right thing. Why are we giving them so much money? Harvard's got plenty of money. They got plenty of money. They get so many donations. They have so many alumni. It's more thievery. It's another, that's been exposed. That, remember a couple years back, they were, the liberals were talking about how many Asians were going to the Ivy Leagues, and they wanted to reduce the number of Asians. Remember that? How many of those Asians are Chinese spies? No, Barron never applied to Harvard. No, he wanted to go to NYU. Any university would love to have Barron. The sitting first son of the United States, that's a big deal. It helps them a lot at their school. Elon Musk is a naturalized United States citizen, just like Melania. He is an American. Barron Trump. I'm in the drive-thru at Walgreens. Who's racist? The Democrats are definitely racist. Definitely racist. No doubt about it. Have you seen the video yet of the DEI Secret Service agents getting into a fight from the Obama detail? What trash. I couldn't believe that, the way they were talking. You think of Secret Service agents, you think well-trained, well-educated, elite security. Racist. What have I said or done that's racist, B-Man? Elon is a major plus for America. He gave us our manned space program back with SpaceX. No, he didn't do the Nazi salute. David Hogg did. Oh, Elon's a big plus. Well, if I'm in a cult, it's the largest cult in history since the latest Rasmussen said the majority of the American people believe the country's headed in the right direction. So that means they agree with everything Trump's doing. He's quoted Hitler? Really? I've never heard Trump speak German. When has Trump quoted Hitler? He speaks German? I missed that. I've seen him almost every interview, almost every rally. I've never heard him speak German. Oh, that's not true. He does not have a low approval rating. CBS, ABC poll maybe, but no, he's doing very well in the polls. All this time I've been in line, which has been, I don't know, how long have I been here, sitting here? Not one car ahead of me has moved. Not one. Everyone on TV wears makeup. Everyone. Except me. I don't put makeup on when I go on TV, which maybe I should. Everyone wears makeup on TV. Yeah. I dread coming to Walgreens. I dread it. I've been in line about 15 minutes. And not one customer has been helped. When it's my turn, I'll sign off because I'm not going to broadcast on YouTube Live my private prescription information. I'm picking up prescriptions for my wife, not me. I'm not on any medications, but I'm not going to share that private information with YouTube. DEI is fading away. Didn't earn it. Didn't earn it. I'm surprised that hasn't caught on, that didn't earn it. Yeah, meds you need to pick. I can pick your meds up at Walgreens. Just let me know. Everyone on television wears makeup. Everyone. America's MAGA country with this new Rasmussen poll. Again, make sure you subscribe if you're new to my channel. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Well, anytime you see Trump, he's on television. Right? So everyone on TV wears makeup. So what does that mean? Exactly. Means nothing. I don't know why it takes so long to get someone's prescription. I just don't understand it. If it's not ready, get out and get at the back of the line or come back later. I mean, I've had to have been in line here 15. I've been streaming for 23 and a half minutes. And I drove here from where I was at. So I've been in line at least 15 minutes. And not one car. I'm third in line. Yeah. Well, Jeff Bezos, they have the Amazon pharmacy now. The reason we don't have a public health system, what country are you in, Ms. Mary? What country? You say you have a natural, who said they have a, oh no, it wasn't Miss Mary, it was Kiwi Kind. What country, Kiwi Kind, what country are you in? You in New Zealand? The reason other countries have national health systems and we don't is because the other countries aren't. Yeah, New Zealand. They're not paying their NATO dues. They're not paying for their own military. The United States, we are funding all these countries out of the world, right? We are funding all these countries around the world, and all of these, New Zealand, Australia, England, Canada, especially. The reason that their national health system works is because we're paying for it in the United States. If the United States was not funding Canada, their national health system would collapse. No, New Zealand's not part of NATO, but New Zealand doesn't have to pay to defend their country. We cover Australia, so we cover you. The United States military protects Australia and New Zealand since the Second World War. So we pay for all of your defense. We're subsidizing the world. We're paying for the defense of the entire Western world, not just the NATO countries. This is really pissing me off. I mean, what the hell? 20 minutes I've been in line, and not one car is moving. I'm third in line, so there's a bunch of cars behind me. They might as well go to sleep. I mean, I don't understand. If they don't have their oh, good. One car just got helped. Oh my goodness. Oh. No, I was fourth in line. Now I'm third in line. Oh, crap. No, Canada does not pay for their own health system. The United States pays for everything in Canada, including their health system. Exactly. Like how much we pay for the prescriptions. If New Zealand had to pay, or Australia, or the UK, or Canada had to pay for prescriptions what we've been paying in this country, your health system would not have worked. It's not just money for defense. We are subsidizing everything for you other countries around the world. We can't have a nationalized healthcare system because we're paying for all of yours in one form or another. That's why it works for you guys. You're not paying for it. That's a fact. I just turned the air up. It's 93 degrees. America's number one. Exactly. We are number one by far. This just... Am I the only person that gets pissed off at Walgreens? Yeah, it's 93 degrees. Very hot. I mean, New Zealand... If New Zealand didn't exist, how many days would it take before the world noticed? Where are you at, Shane F? You said typical American. What country are you in? How many days would go by before people realized New Zealand wasn't there anymore if it disappeared from the earth today? A week? 10 days? 20 days? 30 days? If the United States wasn't here all of a sudden, the world would collapse. New Zealand's not on every map. It is great to be an American. We're lucky to be Americans. 10 days. Jill thinks New Zealand, it would take 10 days before people noticed New Zealand was gone. It's true. It's true. We fund everything. Less wars. There's been less wars because of the United States. New Zealand would have been conquered with Australia by the Japanese in the Second World War if it weren't for us. We saved New Zealand and Australia from the Japanese in the Second World War. You should be thanking us. What is New Zealand ever done for the United States or Australia? The only thing that Australia has given us is Crocodile Dundee, the Road Warrior, and air supply. Right? Other than that, I mean, what have we gotten from and New Zealand? What have we gotten from New Zealand? Like what is a... Oh, I'm next. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, guys, because when I'm next, I'm going to shut down the stream. No, we have kiwis here in Florida. You can grow kiwi anywhere. There's nothing that comes out of New Zealand or Australia that we need. Nothing. Not a thing. Not that I can think of. Can you think of anything? If Australia and New Zealand shut down for business today, right now, what would we not have? We wouldn't miss anything. We wouldn't miss anything. Rugby, we could live without that. Now, what would we notice? Now, we already have penicillin. Crocodile Dundee, it's on demand. It's already there. I'm talking about today. Like, what are they producing today that we would not have tomorrow if they didn't exist? You're talking about things we already have had and have. Mm-hmm. It's true. Not things that we've already had. Things that we would not have tomorrow. Exactly. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now, if America shut down today, the world would collapse and you'd be missing out on all kinds of things. I can't believe I'm next. I'm so excited. Make sure you subscribe, guys. I'm going to have to shut down with next to no notice. My point is that the United States is the best country and the most important country in the world. All right, it's my turn. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Make sure you subscribe. I'm Brian. This is where